today in the US town hall meeting. The enemies are quaking and have all seated in their various gossiping locations to watch again how we fund our liberation, because that is the biggest mystery to them today. You've seen them releasing research articles and many papers on how Biafra government is funding its liberation. They took their time to start analyzing, researching on our fundraising, and at the same time including the views we've had on Twitter. They themselves have posted and published their own finding that my ex-posts have over 226 million views on X alone. So they can understand the magnitude of what Biafrans are doing globally. And I have challenged them to publish their own drug lord criminal president Tinubu views. Let us see who is interested in listening to a convicted criminal in the United States. My fellow Biafrans, I want you all to understand that our freedom is here. My speech today will be very brief, and I hope, but I would like to point and touch many places and many issues. One is that I want to use this opportunity and medium to send a warning to Bianca Ojukwu to stay clear from anything sabotage against Biafra. If she wants to continue to have her peace, Biafra people will not look at anybody that stand on their way to freedom. Her husband led the war when Nigeria declared war against Biafra people. The great Iroko of Biafra, which is her late husband, commanded Biafra armed forces, and of course he was the president of Biafra during that 3 years of genocide. So we are not going to trade our freedom for anything political position, because a lot of people have expected me to react on the so-called frivolous appointment of Bianca Ojukwu. The reason I have not reacted is that it is not my business. And I believe it is none of Biafran's business. She is a politician. She believes in Nigeria, and that is her own choice. She's just one person, one woman with one vote. Today, you don't expect me to start reacting when 50 million Biafrans have consented to this Biafra government, giving this Biafra government consent and the authority to fight for their freedom. So who is Bianca Ojukwu? Only one person, one woman. So I don't want to waste my time, but it is very imperative that I bring this message to her. So long as she maintains her lane, mind her business as a politician under Nigeria, we don't have problem with her. But where we are going to have problem with her is when she uses that position to fight against Biafra in any capacity. Then Simon Ekpa will change to whatever that will suit her. And then we will engage her in any way possible. For now, she can enjoy her appointment. I have no business and I have no issue with her appointment under Nigeria. You know, the question they used to ask, when will Biafra come? This question has always been what has been in the mind of the enemy for decades. They come like friends, they laugh, and at the end, the question is actually meant to mock the Biafra agitation in those days. My fellow Biafrans, I would like to, today is Sunday, I would like to read the Bible today. I would like to read from the book of Ecclesiastes 7. The book of Ecclesiastes 7, I'm going to read from chapter 7, and I will read verse 7, and I will read 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Number 9, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger rested in the bosom of fools. When you expect the Biafra government and myself to act on certain issues, we don't delve into things with our anger. We take our time. But when we start, the entire world will know that we have started. They used to ask you, when will this Biafra come? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mentioned this in one of his broadcasts. Always there, when will this Biafra come? When will this Biafra come? That's a question that many, both the good and the bad, carried in their heart for decades. But that question now has an answer. The question finally has an answer. And the infinite answer will come on December 2nd, 2024. My fellow Biafrans, as we continue to put in place the delegitimization of the Nigeria terrorist state within Biafra land, we are taking it one step at a time. We are not in a hurry. This is a fight that have taken the life of millions, and we've fought this for over 50 years. The Biafra government 72 hours ultimatum to return all the Biafrans that were kidnapped from the old eastern Nigeria and taken to northern Nigeria and other part of Nigeria to detain. Many of them have been detained for many years without trial. That 72 hours ultimatum ends today. And we have seen reactions from different courts. One of them is the court, is the Owerri Appeal Court. They have announced temporary shutdown because of security concern. This particular shutdown, it is now very evidently clear that Nigeria have no intention of returning our brothers they kidnapped from eastern Nigeria and taken to different detention facilities in the northern Nigeria, or maybe many of them have been killed. So, knowing what we do not know about the fate of our fellow brothers and sisters, both women and children, that were taken in the name of arrests. So they decided to lock down because they can't provide our brothers they kidnapped from eastern Nigeria and taken to northern Nigeria. I want to use this medium to inform Nigeria, terrorist state, this evening, that this temporary lockdown, because they could not provide our brothers and sisters they kidnapped, should not be temporarily. They have locked down permanently and indefinitely. I will never reopen again. I want to let you know that the evil will only strive when good men keep quiet and silent. In the absence of good men, the evil men will always strive. Nigeria have shown to be evil for decades. And in all this evil of Nigeria, the good men have always been terrified, fear, and they remain silent for many years. Today, many good men have risen up and they are all in Biafra government in exile. And so we are going to commit a great violence on this Nigeria state, because that's exactly what is going to restore peace. And it has started. We are going to delegitimize Nigeria institution by institution, step by step, organization by organization, government by government, and at the end, they will leave our land. And we will have a peaceful nation where our children and women will live and walk in the night without anybody kidnapping them. Just like we all enjoy in Europe, where we can wake up 2 a.m. in the night, go to shop without anybody molesting and without anybody being afraid of being kidnapped. That is the vision we have for Biafra people. I want to also let those who are shouting Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism died with Biafra. And it will rise with Biafra. A lot of people are making noise all over Africa, especially those who have access to media. They say, oh, what do you have to say about Pan-Africanism? I have not actually took my time to address them. But today I will make, touch on Pan-Africanism. And I want you to look around yourself. Look around Africa. How many people do you see in government in any African country that is shouting Pan-Africanism? None. Only one. And he is called Malema, Julius Malema. Julius Malema is the only one in government shouting Pan-Africanism, but he is making a very terrible decision. His Pan-Africanism can never yield any result because it is a complete misplace of priority. You do not support evil because you have a platform. Julius Malema will be shouting Pan-Africanism, Pan-Africanism, but in as much as Arafat supported Mandela, that is not a reason to support terrorism against Israel. What happened on the 7th of October was a complete terrorist attack and must be differentiated. He must be able to differentiate terrorist attack and struggle for freedom. Malema, with his Pan-Africanism, refused to understand the difference between terrorism and fighting for freedom. Another person who is shouting for Pan-Africanism is Professor Lumumba. He is not in the government. So what am I trying to say? The only person that have a voice shouting Pan-Africanism today is Malema, and he is in the government of South Africa. So if you know that you actually love Africa and you really want Pan-Africanism to come to reality, there is a need for you to support Biafra, because that is where the Pan-Africanism will rise. You need people in the government that knows what Africa people need. And Biafra have young, vibrant men and women who will make that Pan-Africanism to become a reality. So if you don't support Biafra, your dream is dead and dead on arrival. My fellow Biafrans, December 2nd, we are going to make history. This December 2nd is sacrosanct in the history of Biafra, as we are going to fulfill our destiny on that very day. The heaven and the earth will stand still to witness the occasion. The sun will bear witness, and the enemies will tremble before us as the world behold the emergence of the United States of Biafra on international stage. For decades, Biafra have stood firm, fearless, resilient, and unwavering against Nigeria, terrorism, and oppressors. Today, we on the brakes of the new era. We are ready to claim and reclaim our destiny and officially restore Biafra as an independent nation. This isn't just the culmination of journey. It is fulfillment of a dream that our ancestors and heroes set in motion long time ago, between 1967 and 1970. Their vision is now our reality, and every Biafran alive today is part of this historic legacy. Those of you in the United States that has made us to realize this dream up to this point, you are a hero and heroine of the Biafra nation. The Biafra Convention 2024, from November 29 to December 3rd, 2024, these days, Biafran from all over the walks of life will gather in Lahti, Finland, for a 5-day event that will mark the beginning of the new era for generations to come. This is more than just convention, and I'm telling you, the enemy are not happy. They have done everything thinking that Nigeria can control and can get anything they want. But today, we are not just asthmating them. We are showing to them that not every country supports evil. It's a unification of a people reclaiming their identity, purpose, and future. The energy will be electrifying, historic, and the pride uncontainable as Biafrans come together to declare their restoration of their sovereignty. This monumental and historical event will showcase the symbol of our independence and identity, and here's what we have in stocks. For those who have been asking questions, what is this convention all about? You want to declare independence in a foreign land? We are not declaring independence in a foreign land. The independence of Biafra has already been declared. We are only restoring our lost sovereignty, just like the Lithuanians. The point is that the people don't read history. We are not going to be the first country to restore a lost sovereignty state. We will launch the Biafra National Identity Card and Passport during the Finland Convention. Finally, making every Biafran place and belonging official across the globe, we will unveil Biafra Ejema during this convention. The Biafra currency will be unveiled. A testament to our economic independence and strength. The flag of the United States of Biafra will be raised, standing tall as a banner of our unity and resilience, representing Biafra to the world. We also will adopt the Biafran Constitution during this convention, a document that enshrines our rights, principles, and governance for our new nation during this convention. will also present the map of the United States of Biafra officially, defining our rightful borders and land. It is not just a map. It's a declaration of our place in the world. My fellow Biafrans in the US, we have dignitaries that will embrace the convention in Finland. Powerful policy makers from different parts of the world will be present in Finland. Powerful speeches will echo throughout the event with delegates and key international figures voicing our shared struggle for freedom, resilience, and determination. And in a formal oral declaration of independence, of the restoration of the independence of Biafra, we will outline each vital aspect of our freedom step by step, solidifying our path to sovereignty state. This convention will also feature national debate on the issue that matters most to our new nation, uniting Biafrans from all backgrounds, representatives from across the 40 United States of Biafra, delegation from the different countries where Biafra has their liaison offices, and vote on bills creating the legal backbone of our nation. The establishment of the declaration document will formally declare our restoration of independence of Biafra, marking our collective vision for the future. And to seal this commitment, Biafra delegate will sign this historic document symbolizing our dedication to a free and independent Biafra. This is just the tip of the iceberg, as many other incredible things will unfold as the United States of Biafra begin to formally enter into bilateral relationship with other existing nations of the world. And in this convention, we will have one of the emerging nation president to be part of it. This is not just gathering of people. It will be unified voice of over 50 million Biafrans who have already voted in the self-referendum, reflecting the clear will of the people to establish the United States of Biafra. On November 28, the final vote count will be concluded. And if the majority says yes to independence of Biafra, Biafra people will give the Biafra government the mandate on December 2nd to officially declare the restoration of independence of Biafra, fully defend it. The Biafra government will then be empowered by this legal document that will be generated from this convention and granted all legitimacy over a sovereign and independent United States of Biafra. This whole world will be watching, and the history awaits us all. I want you to understand that once this document has been generated and the Constitution of Biafra is voted on, which is a continuous document, a living document from the 1967 to 1970, the battle for the recognition of Biafra will then begin. At the same time, the legitimization of the Nigeria state within Biafra land will enter gear 10. And as that is happening, we will continue to make sure, like the court have shut down today, we will not have any single Nigerian representative from that institution, because what they have done to us will take us decades to recover. They have brought, the judiciary have brought anarchy, insecurity, and what have you in Biafra land. And the earlier we eradicate them, the earlier we evict them, the better for us. Biafra government have already laid down all the principles and mechanisms to begin to set out the judiciary of the Biafra government. It's going to take us time. If you think that this is going to be easy, think again. But let me tell you, we have every template, step by step. And you can see we are winning this war even without firing a shot. The diplomatic approach, political approach, and armed struggle approach can never fail us this time around. We will make sure we give sleepless night to those who don't want us to sleep. We will give violence to those who brought violence to us. We will defend ourselves with the same mechanism they have come to kill our people. Guns and bullet. I want you to be very proud of yourself because it is because of you that Biafra land have seen and enjoy peace. Irrespective of the propaganda, do not listen to them. Every one of us, every true Biafran, the 50 million Biafran people who have voted for the self-referendum knows the what and they trust this government. And that is the reason every time we ask them to do something, they do it willingly because they know it is all for their good. The price they pay today, they will enjoy tomorrow. If you have not joined this struggle, I don't know what you are waiting for. The time is now, because tomorrow may be too late for you. We will continue to defend our land against Nigeria state. We will continue to demand the withdrawal and the militarization of the Biafra land. We will continue to make sure that all checkpoint is dismantled. It does not matter how long it takes us. We will continue to engage them one after the other until they are gone from our land. Thank you very much. Airborne to the Biafra Defense Force, airborne to the Biafra Liberation Army, they have not even seen anything. We will give them madness. And at the end, everybody will help Biafra. And we will give glory to God. Thank you very much. May God bless all of you.
All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we'll bring you back-to-back update and information as to the hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drops, you will be the first. We will collect them. All right, let's go down to the news proper. Lawmakers visit Nnamdi Kanu, resolve lawyers' restriction. That is the thread now. That's what is currently going on. Lawmakers visited Nnamdi Kanu and they have resolved lawyers' restriction. Of course, you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers were restricted from seeing him. And there's something that was trending last week. Some people are asking questions whether Nnamdi Kanu or Nozikwa, is he still in this earth, or has he crossed into the world beyond? And people were wondering that his face have not been seen, this, that. A lot of fear. And I think this is the part of what made lawmaker to visit him is either to show that he is still in the land of the living, because we are not even, it's not even a thing of rejoicing again. If they say lawmaker visited in and they can make so that we'll come and be rejoicing, we know that is either election is coming closer, and these people know that Kanu is a gateway. It happened in Anambra, yes. There was a big tension in Anambra during Chukwuma Charles Soludo's election, the election that brought Chukwuma Charles Soludo in Anambra into office. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu contributed 90% of what brought Soludo into office, even though he was in the DSS detention. Yes, he contributed 90% of what made Soludo to become the governor of Anambra State. Soludo was visiting him, making a lot of promises, talking about Nnamdi Kanu and how people, the government have left him, the government have not been able. He spoke as if that if he gets into that office, that with immediate effect, Kanu is out of the DSS detention. That was what people thought. And they played that politics, did their politics, used Kanu as the picture maker. They used him as the front page, the man on the front page, because that's what they used. They used Kanu as the man on the front page to be able to achieve their agenda. And that is what these politicians have been doing. That's what the politicians have been doing. Even when late Iwanyan was alive, who was the former president of Ohanese Ndigbo, there were a lot of politics. That's why I will tell Ndigbo, can Ndigbo Julunwayo, make una take it easy. Help your brother. You don't need to sabo your brother, betray your brother because of just politics. Because of politics. And because of this kind of politics that Ndigbo are playing, Ndigbo are not together. They don't have a plan. They don't have a masterpiece. In the Southeastern politics, there is no masterpiece. The Southeastern politicians are serving the Northern and the Western politicians. They are just like servants there. Ndigbo have not been able to develop a blueprint for themselves, a masterpiece, of which this was why Ojukwu came up with the Apuga Party in Kabunkanyi. And still on that, this Apuga Party started dominating the East. There were a lot of governors in the Southeast that entered into office with Apuga, and immediately Apuga gave them office. They left Apuga, they entered another party. You forgot the small party, the little party that brought you into power. The little party that brought you into power, which of course you are now a stakeholder there. You are now a good man. The party brought you into power so that you can have power, so you'll be able to protect them. And what these people do is that when the party brings them into power, you see them dumping the party to jump to another party. You've forgotten how you got your victory. That this party, this little party you are dumping now, was the party that made you who you are. You were not a governor. And through the umbrella of this party, the flag bearer of this party, you went for governorship. You won. Now, yourself did not tell you that what you are there to do is to build your party, to make sure that your party becomes strong, because they have made you a strong man there. You are aiming for the higher position, but that will be for the interest of your party. And that is what Ndigbo has forgotten. Ndigbo left this kind of politics of having a blueprint of what a particular people want, where they are going, their motion, their destination. The Southeast politicians have made us to know that Ndigbo does not have a destination in Nigerian politics. Go and see how Hausa people play their politics. You will understand that they have a destination. If you see how the Yorubans are playing their politics, you see that they have a destination. They have where they are going. The Yoruba man has entered now. Other states are being created in the southwest, in the Yoruba land. They are creating their own states there. The west, new states are being added. How many has they added to Ndigbo? Ndigbo are not looking at some of all these things. What they are looking at is, let's go there, let's pack the money, let's share the money. They don't want to think about their people. Lagos State, the people in Lagos State are developing their state every day. Then our governor says they want investors. They want to bring investors into Alibo. How will an investor come into Alibo where they don't even have a good road access? No good road access in Alibo. You cannot, there's nowhere in Alibo you can see one big lane, maybe like 4 or 5 lanes. It's only 2 lanes or 1 lane. If they build that 1 lane, they will be making noise that they have done something for Ndigbo. Meanwhile, in Lagos State, they are building railways. These people are building trains, making business easy. They see the population that is coming in to do business. And recently, what Ndigbo has also diverted to, which is what is happening now, turning their state a den of insecurity, because a river does not pass through the forest without bringing down trees. A river does not pass through the forest without bringing down trees. And Ndigbo has changed their politics to politics of terrorism, politics of terrorists, where you see that in your own land, you will not be able to even harvest again. You'll not be able to go to your farmland and farm and come in peace. They have a vast land. On this vast land you have, big land, why don't you create roads? Enough road inside all those places, inside those forests. Create enough road there, put railway, open the city. Well, because you want investors to come in, expand. But our governors have refused. Go to Anambra State and you see what is happening there. You go to other states, go to Abia State. It's even the one that Oti came in and is doing. And what even Oti is doing is not enough. Because the government have enough money. The people have refused to invest in industry and a lot of things. And meanwhile, a lot of people are going about. This lawmaker has also gone about to meet Mazen Nnamdi Kanu because it's either he has one interest or the other. Meanwhile, let's go down to the full detail of the information of what this lawmaker, what transpired between the lawmaker and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS detention and how he visited Ahmadike Ndibo. Let's go down. I am with you. A lawmaker representing Ikuano, Umuahia North, Umuahia South Central Constituency, Abia State, Obiagocha has visited the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. The visit, which took place on Thursday, October 24, 2024, is part of an ongoing effort to find a political solution to the continued detention of the IPOB leader. Kanu, who was arrested on June 27, 2021 in Kenya and subsequently extradited to Nigeria, is facing charges of terrorism, treasonable felony, and inciting violence through his Radio Biafra, among others. This is what they wrote about him. This is what they felt, the reason why they imprisoned Kanu. Let's go on. A statement issued on Saturday by the media team of the lawmaker noted that Agocha was recently approached by Kanu's legal team complaining of its inability to interface with the detained IPOB leader. The statement read in part, a few days ago, the lawyer to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu reached out to his Honorable Minister Obi Agocha representing Ikuano, Umuahia North and Umuahia South Federal Constituency. This was about the long-running difficulties being encountered by the legal team in their effort to gain access to meet with their clients. Honorable Obi Agocha took urgent steps in writing the Department of State Security and Tajudeen Abbas, Honorable Speaker of the 10th House of Representatives, seeking their immediate intervention. A meeting of the aforementioned was positive to the effect that Honorable Obi Agocha, having inquired from the DSS, who informed that the seeming pause to assessing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was occasioned by his lawyers asking the judge to rescue him herself, which requires further legal processes and is also known to both parties. Obi Agocha had a physical audience with Nnamdi Kanu on Thursday, 24th of October 2024, in the company of an immediate family member, MS Ezioma Stella Ekpa. Honorable Obi Agocha fully briefed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu about the circumstances during their meeting. The statement further noted that the legal team have now been granted access to Kanu. A resolution was reached regarding the lack of access to Nnamdi Kanu by his legal team. All right. All those English, all those grammar is that Kanu's legal team has been restricted from seeing him in the DSS custody. You can imagine the country where we find ourselves. Your legal team, your legal advisor, your lawyer, a man who is standing for you, will be restricted access from seeing you. And tell me how you are going to win the case. I think if every country, in a country that wants to heal, that wants to become better, first of all, the rule of law must rule first. But the rule of law must come first, and where there is rule of law, that is where even it's not even about being a Christian, it's not even about being a Muslim. It's about the people coming together to say we want to make ourselves to work. Because what happens in this country is that one person will come out and carry like 50 trillion alone, and you have looted other people. You loot the money that other people are supposed to use to survive, And when this money is being looted, another person will come into power and see that money has been looted. He will hunt the other person that looted the money, collect the money from the person, the much he can collect, and that is his settlement. He allows the person to go, and he himself will take that recovery for himself and still loot another one. That's the government we find ourselves. That's the government that is running the country, and that is why fuel is 125 naira. And if they are telling us that they will bring it down to 1,000, we are clapping for them. We are happy. Meanwhile, very soon we are heading to 2025, and 2025 budget will be read out to us, and we'll see the budget of 2025. We'll see all the works they have done with it. Because they promise us good road. Meanwhile, there is no good. Since they gave birth to me in Nigeria, every day the government comes and tells us, we need good road. That what they will tell us what they are bringing to us. Good road. This one, this one, this one, this one. They tell us all these things, and at the end of everything, we see nothing. And since that time, the promise of each government that is coming in is giving us good road, electricity, and pipe-borne water. You could imagine in 2023, in this century, that they are still promising Nigeria pipe-borne water. They are still promising Nigerians good road. They are still promising Nigerians electricity. And even the power grid have fallen like 3 times this year. A power grid, a whole national power grid has fallen 3 times, and this will this will help you to see the management, how the management are doing their work. The power grid has fallen 4 times. Power grid. Meanwhile, this is where we'll be winding down the curtain, and if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you'll be the first to click on. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Why Fela sing that song? When Fela sing that song, they refer to the energy them boys soldier. Because person will be saying this for soldier, now waiting in commander tell and do, making now waiting in go do. Whether that thing they good or they bad, and so the military they operate, they operate like zombie. They don't know their left, they don't even know their right, and anything where they tell them, and that what now they do. And so Fela con they carry them out, chook for that particular song. Meanwhile, as they be, the Biafra Liberation Army don't say this place where we say they now their territory. They say they know they find trouble. They say waiting they find to protect their territory from any external or internal insurrection, especially from the men of the Fulani headers, where they parade themselves. They enter all over the places. They scatter crops. Where we say people they plant for their farm. They say why NIG army they carry eye they put for their matter. They come they look for their trouble. Say na then get the land according to Igbo adage. Igbo adage said that Nambiambia ade buajana osimo bialobem abia bukwanam na ona baka mpupu yale ku ya nazo nyaboku ebuloku mabolinu, and so the Biafra Liberation Army don't talk say obiara befa abia bukwania ona baka mpupu yale megene kampupu yale ku ya nazo. Because every animal have its own protection tactics. For example, even cockroach, if you did biology in school, you will understand that the reason why if you kill cockroach, you will hear that smell, that offensive odor, is a way of cockroach protecting itself. Whenever you attack a cockroach, it releases that offensive odor. Even scorpion, the way scorpion protects itself is by stinging. For a snake is by its spit, or maybe by biting you. Dogs, lion, everybody have their own way of protecting themselves. Meanwhile, as they be, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Simon Ekpa, has said that all arrangements have been adequately planned to host the declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra Convention 2024. Ekpa, who disclosed this in a statement, invited Igbos all over the world to the convention. According to him, the convention, which is slated to hold from November 29 to December 3, 2024, in Laiti, Finland, is part of the fundamental right of all Biafrans to self-rule. Ekpa, who is the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, noted that over 50 million Igbos have legally voted in the Biafra referendum in recent months. On behalf of the Biafra government, we are happy to invite you to the declaration of the restoration of the independence of Biafra Convention DRIBC 2024, which will be held in Laiti, Finland, from the 29th of November till 3rd of December 2024. All arrangements have been adequately made by the Biafra government for your accreditation to the event. He said, you have served under Nigeria and you are well aware that the establishment of Nigeria as an artificial experiment by the British has done nothing but continuously violate our fundamental human rights. For these reasons, joining hands with your fellow Biafrans in exercising your inalienable right to self-determination is a moral obligation and, most importantly, a fight for self-preservation. The step we are taking for the actualization of our independence state are through an internationally recognized process of referendum. Already, well over 15 million Biafrans has cast their ballot, with more expected to vote both in the homeland and diaspora. We are excited and hopefully to welcome you to the convention, he stated. Barely a month ago, Ekpa would elite from the southeast to participate in the Biafra Declaration Convention. In September, he accused the African Union of blocking his petition for Biafra's declaration of self-rule, which was submitted to the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, an organ of the African Union. He wondered why the Commission allegedly trashed the petition for Biafra liberation amid rights abuse by the Nigerian government against Biafrans. Alright, wonderful people, welcome back. This is coming from the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko Odogwa na Mazunanya Odogwa Fulokwe Dike Obodo. The man say he welcome, he show, he welcome, he show, he welcome, he show. Meanwhile, before now, everybody thought that maybe the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is a joker. But as the day goes by, as things unfold, we find out that this guy is not actually joking. This guy means business. This guy is really into what he is doing. He has decided to make sure that the Biafran people get their freedom as soon as possible. Right there, motorists and commuters lament losses on Calabar-Uyo Highway. Calabar-Uyo Highway has become one of the menace of the nation, and I wonder what these our leaders are doing. The governors, the presidents, the legislators, the executive arm, the judiciary arm. I wonder their work to make sure that this nation is being rescued. It was in this nation that the presidency announced a loan grant for poor masses in order to be able to alleviate their poverty. But if I tell you that about 3% of Nigerians have not been able to receive this 50,000 loan and grant, you will think that I am lying to you. I feel that what this politician does is that they share their money. They call out a project which is a good project to help the masses, yes, giving Nigerians 50,000 because Nigerians are beggars and they are very poor, and they are trying to give them palliative because their citizens are poor, which is good. On the other hand, when they do this announcement, the fund is allocated, paid in their bank account, and then the politicians, the big men, they end up also squandering the money by themselves, which is very bad. As it be, they say strike don't they start to indefinite strike begins. Action committee to shut down all activities in Nigerian universities. Let's go down to that information so that you can see what they happen. Non-teaching staff shut varsity office gate. Ministry months as minister quits Wednesday. The Joint Action Committee of the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Association Institute and the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities have vowed to indefinitely shut down all activities in universities across the country from Monday today when they embark on an indefinite strike. A statement made available to the Punch on Sunday and signed by National President SSANU Mohammed Ibrahim, General Secretary NASU Prince Peters Adeyemi said the ultimatum it gave the federal government over its withheld salaries expired Sunday midnight. The unions are demanding, among others, the payment of the 4-month withheld salary, improved remuneration, and allowances, and implementation of the 2009 agreement with the government. The federal government had, through the Ministry of Labour and Employment, invoked the no work, no pay policy when the 4 universities-based union embarked on a prolonged strike in 2022. Last October, President Bola Tinubu directed the payment of 4 of the 8 months withheld salaries for the academic staff. It was finally paid in February. The directive was salient about the non-teaching staff, raising concerns as to their fate. The union also described the directive as selective and kicked against it. The union subsequently wrote to the government, gave ultimatums, protested, and held warning strike, but their 4-month salary are still being withheld. The statement called on the state-owned universities to also incorporate their local demands into the strike action as appropriate. Your strike compliance and adherence to this directive is mandatory for all NASU and SSANU branches in federal and state-owned universities, as well as inter-university centers. It read. It also said the last circular of the Joint Action Committee of Non-Academic Staff Union of Education Association Institute and Senior Staff Association of Nigeria University, titled Latest Development in Respect of the Withheld 4-month Salaries, references JSC/NSS/Volume 3, 32 dated 21st October 2024, refers the circular under the reference gave 7 days to the federal government to do the needful in respect of our demands for payment of our outstanding 4-month salaries and implementation of the memorandum of the understanding MOU signed with the federal government on 20th August 2022, which expires midnight on Sunday, 27th October 2024. It recalled that the last national peaceful protest of JAC of NASU and SSANU held on July 18, 2024 at the Unity Fountain, Abuja. An ultimatum of 10 days was given to the government to pay the withheld salaries. All right. This is coming from non-academic staff of all universities, both federal and state universities. They are demanding that the government should pay them their 4-month salary, and every worker deserves his or her pay. I wish that the government will just do the needful and release all the payments as agreed. Meanwhile, if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you go be the first to collect them. Thank you for listening. God bless you immensely.